Have you ever had the experience of running out of options for your medication? Today, we'll be talking about a powerful medication option within your own community. There are a limited number of commercial medications in terms of strength, form, and types. These do not always meet the needs of many people. The answer can be as close as your neighborhood compounding pharmacy. Your physician, your pharmacist, and you work together to ensure that you receive the right medication. Custom compounding at its best.
Compounding is the ability to take chemicals on one hand and a device on the other hand and putting together a preparation that suits the patient. It's individually prepared for that patient's unique needs. Children have taste preferences, adults have skin problems. There's many instances where the manufactured product is not suitable for that particular patient. I've had many young children, 2.5 years old, that refuse to take medication because it's really pretty awful tasting. And I've even tasted some of the antibiotics, and they are really awful. We can make that antibiotic into a suppository. And the child who has severe ear infection, 2 days later they can be out in the street playing. That's how fast it works, where before the mother had been trying to give this medication with difficulty and traumatizing the child and traumatizing the poor mother.
My son had been diagnosed. He was chronically ill, an incurable disease actually, and he was only 2 years old. He couldn't swallow pills, and the pharmacy that I had been at previously had said that it could only be put in this chocolate syrup. He wouldn't swallow it. He wouldn't swallow it. And he was just getting more and more ill. When I Googled this issue, and I thought, well, I'm sure a lot of small children have trouble with this problem as well. So the nearest medicine shop to me was Mr. Stein's medicine shop. And I went there and I said, can you do anything? My son has to take this medication. It only comes in this chocolate syrup. Can you do anything? And he said, well, what flavor would you like? And I was astounded.
My son Johnny was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when he was 5, and we thought it went back to when he was 3, but we had misdiagnosed him because he was a poor pill taker, and we had to hold him down physically to take the medication and fight him. When we went to the compounding, when we first started, we went to a drugstore that didn't do any flavoring. Again, we had to fight him. I was complaining to a friend, and she showed me in the newspaper an article about Mr. Stein's medicine shop and how they had solved other people's problems. So I took my little prescriptions and all my questions, and Johnny and I went to see Mr. Stein, and he told us we could pick any flavor we wanted. It wasn't a problem. He could have the medication easily within 2 days. You just call it in. We could even fax it in. It wasn't a big deal. And he could have the medication ready for us. And we pick it up by 6 o'clock. It's great.
We are so lucky that we have the medicine shop on site, and Mr. Stein is an excellent compounding pharmacist who can make any kind of hormone preparation.
Compounding would be right for you if you can't take a medication that's on the market, the big pharma. Pharmaceutical manufacturers make it for a certain dosage form, and they don't make it weaker or stronger. Supposing you couldn't take a 100 milligram tablet, but you only needed 25 or 30, we can make that. We dose down the size for you. So I have many instances where a patient can't take the medication because it's too strong. And so we'll make that same medication into a weaker form.
The demand for compounding pharmacists has increased throughout the years as people become educated in mainstream medication. There are a limited number of strengths and dosage forms, and these do not always meet the needs of many people. Compounding professionals can create the unique medication and dosage for you. Compounding medications are formulated one at a time and made right at your pharmacy from the purest ingredients available. Tailor-made medicine to fit your exact needs. Find out more and live your life healthier and with more possible choices.